We're live.
Great.
I'm going to tweet that we're doing this and just let people know.
Did we not
So that way.
tell people that we were doing it?
No, I forgot to tweet that it's happening before this moment. All right. We're doing our book club stream. We got one person here.
It's me.
Hello, you. We're live on Middle Ground.
Hello.
Our book.
We got some people coming in now.
Live stream. I'm shocked that we have people coming in. Hi. Oh, good. We have actual people here. That's good. Is that going to explode? I hear it.
No? Question mark.
Okay. Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, girl. Hey, I'm not reading the book, but I'm a huge fan. Hi. That's okay. We can. I feel like it was still interesting, even if you haven't read the book.
I hope so.
Maybe because we talk about just books in general sometimes. So.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Wow. First of all, I want to apologize that we didn't do the live stream yesterday. Funny story. We completely forgot that it was supposed to happen. And that's just the honest truth. Like it got to be I looked at the clock at like 7 p.m. and I looked at Charles and I was like, we didn't do the book club today. I was like, wait.
It's like, whoops.
We just got so caught up in doing like other things because I was working on one of my videos and he was playing World of Warcraft, and then we just literally right over the head. So I finished the book, loved it, and could not put it down. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. I want to finish.
We're not done with it.
We're so close.
Where did we stop? Chapter 36.
Well, we stopped at the part where it was like part 2 started.
Mm-hmm.
We stopped there. And he has not let me read ahead. So for 2 weeks, I've been in limbo, not being able to finish ahead the book. And I'm very upset about that because I
need to trim my beard.
Okay.
Favorite read of the year so far, huh?
Oh, wow.
Nice. It's pretty good. I really like it. I've read a lot of books this year, so I'm not going to say it's my favorite read of the year.
Yeah.
But it is. I have enjoyed it. It's definitely in my top 5 so far. Started off kind of slow, but now we're in a good place, I feel like.
I feel like the first 5 chapters were not my favorite, but then the end of the 5th chapter was like, got me hooked. And now I've been really into it. I will say, I think it's getting like mildly, I don't want to say confusing, but I feel like it's getting mild. No, because confusing is not the right word. There's just a lot going on. There's a lot of like subplots happen. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on. And normally I like books that have like 1 or 2 main plots, but this has like the one main plot and then there's a bunch of subplots that are going to interconnect with the main plot. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Elaborate.
Does it actually?
Allie says, I'm far behind. I have no excuses. We actually I finished up through what we were supposed to do 2 days after we did the last book club.
I did it like the day before we were supposed to do the live stream, but I was on it. I was really into it. I listened to it on 2 times speed though, so I get through it really fast.
Freaks me out. No wonder you're confused. Nobody can comprehend that fast.
Yes, you can. I like listening to things at 2 times speed.
So how about an updated favorite character? Do you have an updated favorite character?
Ooh. That's a good question.
I still really like Hunt Athlar.
Which one's Hunt?
He's this one. The Lightning Angel.
Obviously. He's really good.
And I do really like Rune. It's interesting. I opened up.
You like Rune?
Yeah. He's
the brother?
Yeah.
He's kind of a dick.
I like him though. He's an edgelord.
I feel like I don't really like Rune. I'm not going to lie.
I just love the fact that he's like this 4,000-year-old or some whatever ancient. And he's still in his punk rock
and like partying, like his
hipster
it's not phase. A phase.
I like it.
That's true.
I still like
Bryce.
Says I think Rune is my favorite. Yeah, I really like him.
I'm not a big Rune fan, but maybe I'll catch on. Seems like he was really mean to Bryce that one time.
Yeah, but
I'm kind of like, I still really like Bryce.
It's interesting. I pulled up. I can never remember character names for whatever reason.
Yeah, we pulled up a little list.
So I pulled up a list of the character names, and it's got pictures with it. This is very interesting. I haven't seen the pictures.
This is not what I pictured them to look like.
Really? I think they're all pretty close for me.
That's not how I pictured Danica at all. I pictured Danica as like Jessica Jones.
I pictured her like spilled tomato sauce.
What?
Because remember what happens?
Babe. Oh my God.
or Bryce. I don't really like Bryce. The main character is never my favorite character.
I usually like the main character.
Evelyn.
I feel like Bryce.
Lahaba. Okay. There was one part with Lahaba that made me laugh so hard. It was when she was watching the like smut TV show.
Yeah.
And everybody was like giving her shit for it. That made me laugh. And then the part where Syrinx like popped up on the roof just to bite Hunt and then disappeared. That made me laugh too. This was a good part. The end of part 1 was really good.
We got our first big bombshell. I feel like it's funny because Charles was listening to it without me, and he was ahead of me, and he was listening to it upstairs after he had like taken a shower.
I was in the shower,
and I heard him just scream. He goes, "Oh my God." And I was like, "What?" And he came like downstairs after, and he was like, "You're going to freak out when you get to the end of this part."
Yeah, it was the end of the part.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, all of a sudden Danica's mother is in on everything."
I know. Well, allegedly. But I thought that was kind
What's
of interesting.
What's her name? You remember?
But didn't somebody guess that Danica was like sus?
Somebody guessed that Danica was, I forget who.
They didn't say her mom,
it was
but
either
they said
Mal
Danica.
or somebody else. Mal's not in here right now, but.
Well, technically this isn't our set day, so I feel
last 200 pages, bombshell after bombshell. I'm excited.
I am too.
We also, because we didn't do the book club, I literally haven't read it in like 2 weeks. I finished a whole nother book.
Well, then, wait, did the one crazy thing happen yet? Because I read ahead like 2 chapters.
What one crazy thing?
There was some crazy thing that happened with the club.
Oh, yeah.
Did that happen in this part?
Yeah,
okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't spoiling anything because I did read like 2 chapters without you once. But
maybe it was Kelsey. Were you the one who said last time that you didn't?
I think it was Kelsey.
She was sus.
Yeah. But the club blew up, and I was not expecting that.
From Fargo again. Oh, cool.
Oh, fun. And then they interviewed the guy, and they've decided that guy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a good guy.
That was the vibe you got from that interview?
Yes. He's definitely going to end up being a good guy.
I liked that Hunt and that like how Hunt reflected on his life after meeting with him. Like I thought that was really, really interesting. I like the inner dialogue that characters have. That's always my favorite part of these like books is like the inner, you know what I mean? Like I feel like Bryce and Hunt have very good inner character dialogue.
I like the mystery. I like the bombshells that happen.
I wasn't as shook by the
literal bombshell that happened. That was
when the club blew up.
Intense, yeah.
That was a lot.
I love when authors. Excuse me. Had a burp for a second. I love when authors do the thing, and I do try to do this all the time in my D&D, where they do like a major reveal, just like real casually. Like you're reading the sentence and they're like, and then the world exploded and the club exploded.
Yeah.
And you have to read like 2 more sentences and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
There's a bomb that went off?
When we were listening to it and he was like, then she turned around to look at him and then the club exploded. And you're just like.
I love that.
Yeah, that was actually
pretty cool. It takes a second to sink in.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I did enjoy that a lot. I really liked that part. I'm trying to think of other parts that I really liked.
I feel like this really humanized a lot, like the characters. Like Hunt, I love that Hunt was just like sitting watching football with like whatever sport they have, with like a fucking backwards cap on, and she was like, "You're such a guy," and it's like, you know, it's refreshing to see like a super powerful character who's not like over the top edgelord, like I'm the chosen one.
Yeah,
he's just like fucking drinking a beer.
Well, he's also just trying to like get out of everything that he's in. Like he doesn't want to be doing it.
We're creative, we promise. We are reading The House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas in the Crescent City series.
Oh, I forgot about this, Kelsey. What did you guys think about when Hunt went to the Oracle and it told him to stay away from Bryce?
I don't know.
I don't really know about the oracles. I'm not going to lie.
The Oracle. This is the thing that I was confused. I don't know if they're saying that for Bryce's benefit, if the Oracle was saying it for like Rune's benefit. Like if you go to the Oracle and you're getting your reading, you would think that would mean that it's advice for you. So that makes me think that something bad's going to happen to Rune.
Oh,
right.
Okay. Well, they did say the Oracle said that he was the end of the bloodline. Remember?
Right.
But he doesn't know what that means.
He
doesn't know if it means he's like sterile. He doesn't know if it means he's going to die. I think he's probably going to die.
It makes me think that he's going to kill Bryce or something.
Bryce can't die though. Isn't this a series?
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't think they're going to kill the main character.
We're living there. I mean, we're living in a fantasy land in this book. You're telling me you don't think she could come back to life?
Oh,
or something?
Yeah, that's true.
It just, because Bryce is part of the bloodline, isn't she? So if he's going to be the end of the bloodline, maybe I'm overthinking it, but that makes me think that he is going to do something that is.
But she's not technically but she's not technically a part of that whole thing. Like nobody would believe her.
Father,
she just bopped in and was like, "Hey, everybody thinks it's the cousin."
I don't know. I feel like in fantasy novels, there's always prophecies and they always end up being like literal. And then characters are always like, oh my gosh, I was overthinking it and I'm shocked because it's so literal.
Okay.
So I feel like literally it means he's going to be the end of the bloodline. He's going to do something. Could be wrong.
If you guys were in the book, would you go to the Oracle or would you rather not know?
Oh, I'd go for sure. Are you kidding me?
I don't know if I would go.
Of course I'd go.
That seems kind of stressful.
That'd be so cool.
Also, are they always right? Have they ever been wrong?
Yeah.
Did they talk about that at all? I probably wouldn't go. I wouldn't want to know.
Alexandra says, off topic, but would you guys ever consider unironically reading fan fiction for the book club?
I don't know if I could do it.
See, here's the thing is I don't mind fan fiction. Like I don't go out of my way to read it, but like I don't mind it. Let me put a little asterisk on that. Because if it's like that type of fan fiction,
that's the only time I've ever heard about
erotic fan fiction's not my speed.
The only time I've ever like heard about any fan fiction is when YouTubers read their own erotic fan fiction as a joke. Okay. And those are really funny.
Rachel said the Oracle said end of the royal bloodline, but I don't think they ever said about his bloodline. That
would be interesting. I see this is the thing, is like those little like that's why I wouldn't want to know the Oracle's thing. Because then it's like, what if there's like a little plot, like a you know what I mean?
Yeah. Didn't somebody call something about the sword last time? Or not the sword, the horn.
Yeah, I think so. Being
that they were right, that somebody was looking.
Yeah. Also, if we're gonna talk about the fan fiction thing, can we talk really quick about the like weird sexual tension between Hunt and Bryce?
Yeah.
Because I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie. That's like the big part of the book that I'm just not a fan of. I'm late to the party. What are you guys talking about? We're talking about the book of the week.
Wow. It's been longer than a week.
It's been a while.
We're reading House of Earth and Blood for book club.
Yeah.
So this is your first time here. This isn't like our normal podcast we do. This is just us reading a book, shooting the shit about it.
And if you want to just talk about books in general, we're also cool with that.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about the one book the whole time because I know some people aren't reading the book and just want to chat about books in general. So we can also do that. But that whole like storyline of them hooking up eventually and them like falling in love and them, he's like still in love with his like older woman that like, you know what I mean? Like that whole storyline, I don't like. I wish they could just be buddies. Like, I wish they could just be friends.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe they will be. We don't know yet.
It seems like they're going to fuck, and it seems like that's going to be really awkward.
People fuck and then are friends. Like, that could happen. But that's a possibility.
I don't know. That doesn't seem like where it's headed. They're really building up. And it doesn't feel organic. Like, this relationship between them does not feel organic.
Look what Kelsey just said. Sarah J. Maas almost always changes the love interest in the second book of her series, so I feel like Hunt isn't the endgame love interest. I'm with you.
Okay, so that would be good.
If you're writing a series of fantasy, and like romance is a big part of it, you got to have tangled webs. Otherwise, like when you're in book 3, there's not that like that history.
You know what I'm curious about? You know the guy from the like first couple of chapters, that really rich guy that Bryce went on the date with, and that's why she wasn't. I don't remember his name. But like, is he going to come back? Because I feel like he's going to make a comeback at some point. Like, I don't understand why they would put that whole situation.
He's got to be in here in some.
That's what I'm saying.
What is his name?
I think he's going to come back in some capacity, whether either in this book or the next book. Would you read the sequel to this book?
Not for book club, but I probably would read it.
Yeah, just myself. I would too.
What is that guy's name?
These are kind of long. Remember? Yeah, what was his name?
It wasn't Randall, was it?
Just went for a walk with husband and dogs and saw a lady with her kids at a park. Yeah, one of those states, unfortunately. Immediately thought of Angry Karen in the park and commented to my husband. That's funny.
Alexandra says, no, not erotic fiction, but the kind that pretty much is a novel itself.
I've never read any like that, so I wouldn't be opposed to doing that.
I've read like some weirdly like about manga though, like, and I don't know, I just kind of picture them as like side arcs, you know.
Okay.
But I think for the next book we're going to do like a poll.
Yeah, we want you guys to help pick it.
Because we picked this one really on the fly, and I mean it turned out good. The book's okay.
Whose idea was that?
It was mine. I was like, we're here, let's do it right now.
He's like, let's pick the 900-page book.
Kelsey says, oh, wait, we promise. Oh, there's Mal. Hi, Mal.
Yay.
I actually read till chapter 70. Oops.
I wish I could.
Yeah, that's our bad. I mean, we did.
We knew that people were going to read ahead and stuff, and I'm glad you guys are into the book enough that you like wanted to.
We're Creative says, I don't like when writers force romance that brings nothing to the table.
That's how I feel.
See, though, I think you got to look at. I think you got to look at it long run. Think about, have you ever had in your life a romance that brought nothing to the table? I feel like everybody has.
But I don't want to read about it. It was boring and stupid. It added nothing to my life.
I think it's pretty clear that the style of this book is like almost, what do you call it when it's like so hyper accurate that it becomes satirical? I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't think this is like.
But I feel like it's like
it
the whole point of the book is a realistic modern society with modern characters in a fantasy setting. Okay. So they're taking elements of like a realistic life, like weird relationships, and she's using that to kind of, I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about that. Hannah, I agree.
Sorry, man. Sorry, we're creative.
Hannah, I agree. I feel like he's some sort of evil mastermind, right? Like, I feel like that guy is gonna come back.
Yeah.
We laughed. I played him the part of your podcast last night, and very much you guys are really liking the podcast.
Yeah, I feel like that was a good one.
We were not I was not confident because I felt like we were a little too like radical in some ways, but I think a lot of people actually really enjoyed it, which was and people who had like feedback. It was really great to read that too. So
Kelsey says, "What are your guys' thoughts on the horn?" I don't know. What do you think? You don't even remember what the horn is.
No, I know
what is it?
It's the thing that they're literally, it's the whole premise of the second part of like what we read. They're looking for the horn.
Uh-huh.
And what do they think it does? Opens a portal. It opens something.
It's like a relic of the Fae.
It can call like evil is basically what they were saying. Right?
I thought
Isn't that what they said?
The guy who had Rune with his like star cosmic power could like use it.
But I thought the other person can use it for bad. That's why they're trying to find it, because I think the person that stole it can use it. That's why I think Danica stole it, high key. But I also feel like that's too obvious at this point for Danica to be the one who has stolen it. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be the obvious one.
Mal, everybody who's read ahead has said that it turns out like really good. I mean, I'm already interested in it. It was really hard for me to put it down. I feel like everything is being dragged on. This book could be 500 pages. Oh,
because I don't know. I think it's like 900 pages. It's really long.
Yeah,
but even for a fantasy book, it's long.
It went real quick. I mean, we read 20 chapters.
But we're also listening to it, and I think books tend to go by quicker when you're listening because you're doing other things. Whereas if you're reading it, it's definitely a different vibe. I feel like everything is being. Oh wait,
you already read that.
What was the one above it?
Basically, it can open a portal and some. That's what I'm saying. Yes, that's what I'm right.
I knew it was right
because it was the whole thing with the demons from the pit.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. I feel like it does like.
Weird. Oh, also, somebody called. This is the other thing somebody called last time.
Everybody really called
that the angel that they found was the governor.
Yeah,
was Micah Dominus, and it fucking was.
You guys are good at this, honestly.
We're Creative, We Promise says, if you could pick a fantasy world to live in, which one would it be?
They're all kind of scary.
I always
my anxiety could never. Like it's all every fantasy world is like terrifying.
I always have a tough time doing this because largely if you're fantasy always has like tragedy in it.
Exactly.
Like so I always think like which one would I like if I was just like a normal dude in the world, what would it be? I don't know.
Like my gut instinct is obviously Harry Potter.
That's my gut
I'm a bit of a Harry
too.
Potter fan, but Voldemort. I almost didn't say his name, but then I realized he's gone. So
he would have, if we lived in the Hogwarts universe, because Harry Potter was born in like 88, right?
Yeah. No, it was in like the 70s and 80s and the 90s.
Was it? Oh, I don't want to say everybody's Amazon's
I don't remember.
off. Let me just Google.
But we probably wouldn't have been at school until after Voldemort was defeated.
We would have been in elementary school.
Yeah, which we wouldn't have even known we were wizards yet. So probably Harry Potter, but that's just
Harry Potter was born in 1980.
But I just think the Harry.
So he would have been, the first book would have happened when I was born in 92.
So I wouldn't have even been born.
So
yet.
We'd be fine. So there we go. There's our answer.
My whole thing about the Harry Potter universe too is I feel like it's very like she puts so much detail into it, and there's so many like things like you can take online quizzes about what your house is, and you can like find out your Patronus, and like there's just a lot of it because it's so commercialized. There's a lot of like stuff on it.
What is happening at the end of part 2? I completely forgot. At the very end, we find out that Sabine is like involved in things. Like that's like the last word is like, and the person who was so and so is Sabine. So they're going to talk to Sabine after this. Kelsey C says, I actually wouldn't mind living in this world because it seems relatively close to ours. Yeah, but then there's also like the whole predator thing. I don't know. I don't know.
It also seems like they're at war.
And you wouldn't want to be a human there.
Seems like there's definitely a lot of like terrorist
I'd pick the Night
groups.
Circus or Howl's Moving Castle.
Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah, Howl's Moving Castle is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Although, again, there's a huge war in that one, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard. There's definitely a tragedy aspect to fantasy that like other series don't always have, I think.
Maybe Kiki's Delivery Service. That's it.
That's such a pure movie. That movie's
I'd be a
so
witch.
Pure.
A wizard?
What? You couldn't be a witch.
Why not?
I think only.
Don't enforce the gender stereotype.
I think only girls can be. Okay, men get everything else. Like, let us be witches. Thank you. Yeah, Howl's Moving Castle would be fun. I feel like that
something
is a cute
peaceful. I don't know.
Princess Mononoke.
Wow,
I know, but at the end, it was peaceful.
Yeah, like if I, and the other thing is, if I pick anything where they don't have medical technology, I would catch like cholera and die.
I get too much anxiety to think about these things.
Mal says, what is your favorite book / series? Favorite book is Name of the Wind. Favorite series, I mean, that's probably my favorite series too, the King Killer Chronicles, but Sanderson is my favorite author. So if you're talking like favorite like universe, that would be the Cosmere Sanderson books.
I actually don't know. My answer always changes because I always have a different like favorite book or series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I haven't read a ton of series of books.
I have.
I've read a lot of like books, but not a lot of series. I don't really read because I like biography. I don't like I like fantasy books now, but I didn't until I met you. You kind of introduced them to me. So I used to read a lot of like non-fiction and like stuff like that.
Game of Thrones used to be my favorite, but I mean, it's never going to get finished. And the ending to the TV show sucked. So,
and if that's the ending of the book series, it's going to be sad. Not a fan of that. I'd pick the Night Circus just so I could go to the circus.
Yeah.
There was if they decided to reboot Harry Potter in the future to introduce it to a new generation, who would you like to cast?
That's a great
Tom
question.
Holland. As something. I don't know. I just love him. He's so cute. He's so funny. I love him. Do you watch interviews with him at all? He's the one who plays the new Spider-Man. He's just he seems like such a good guy.
We got to think professors because they'd have to get kids to be.
There's not really any kids.
So who would
do they have to be British? I mean, what's the guy that I love who was my favorite doctor from Doctor Who?
Oh, David Tennant.
Yes, David Tennant as Snape. Or
I feel like David Tennant could do a good Snape.
I feel like he could do a lot of the characters because he's the most versatile and best actor of all time. But I love David Tennant. I would live in the Doctor Who world.
Zendaya to be a part of it, yeah.
I would live in the Doctor Who world. I feel like that's where I would
That's
live.
our world. You're in the Doctor Who
No.
world.
Like I would live as like a doctor. Like I would want to be a doctor in Doctor Who.
You'd want to be a Time Lord?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like fun. You know, the adventures they go on and everything always works out except when they die.
Except when they die.
But the guy who was Voldemort could still play him. Yeah. They don't have to be British, but they have to know how to speak with a British accent.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
That's such a hard question.
There's so many
characters
actors.
in movies are so iconic.
I know. I can't even imagine them redoing Harry Potter at this point. There's certain movies. It's the same thing with like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. There's certain movies that I just cannot imagine being
Guarantee you 10 years, 20 years, they'll
do.
reboot it.
Harry Potter?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's so iconic.
I mean, eventually they're going to have to, because we're eventually going to get to like some level of movies where they look like shit, the old ones. And they'll have to
but also like Magic Beasts and Where to Find Them did so bad in the box office.
That wasn't a reboot though.
I know, but like I think people are kind of like,
you're telling me if 20 years from now they were like brand new VR 6D interactive experience, Harry Potter.
You can smell them.
Recast with an entirely new cast. Only you get to be Harry. You telling me like you wouldn't do that? Of course you would.
That's true. That's true. Let's see. Maybe those kids from Stranger Things. Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown. She'd be a fun Hermione.
Would she?
I don't know.
She wouldn't.
I don't know. I just don't really know a lot of like. I can't think of a lot of people. This is a good question though.
The new Little Women was incredible, though. I don't know what that is.
Little Woman? Mm-hmm. You've never heard of it?
Mm-mm.
It was, I believe it started as a book, and then it was a musical, and now it's a movie. And it was a movie, too, before.
2019 film.
It's new. Emma Watson was in it, I think. I heard it wasn't good, though, so it's interesting to hear someone say it was good. Because I think I saw reviews.
I don't know. I haven't watched really any movies lately.
We don't go to the movies anymore, really. Because it's just, we just wait for it to come to Redbox.
You know, there's a quarantine going on.
Well, not even before that, though. I feel like we're not movie theater people. Like,
I've been reading a lot, though. I finished an entire N.K. Jemisin's new book, The City We Became. It's really good. It's a really short read if anybody, I don't know, is looking for something to read. But it was very good.
Was that the one about New York City?
Yeah. I almost wish we had done that for book club.
Well, maybe we could put it as an option.
Well, I've already read it all.
Yeah, I guess. But Fantastic Beasts 2 absolutely sucked. Totally agree.
Yeah, it was less than ideal.
Oh, I guess we had to see Little Woman. I bet it's out now somewhere. I bet we could
stream it. Probably.
I feel like you'd like it.
I feel like the movie industry is in for a world of hurt soon.
We were just talking about that, how in the next, in 9 months, there's going to be such a shortage of TV shows and movies. I'm so curious about what's going to happen. I feel like the only platform that's going to have new content is going to be YouTube. I'm not even kidding. And Twitch. Yeah. I feel like those are the only platforms that are going to have content.
Kelsey says, what are your guys' predictions for the next part of the book? I think I really have the same predictions as last time. I feel like the prisoner whose name I can't remember, the human terrorist guy, is going to be a good guy. We're going to find out at the end. I think we're going to find out that Danica is still alive or is somehow
in
involved.
Part 2. You think we're going to find that out?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're in Part 3 now.
Nope. We just finished Part 1.
I don't think so.
Nope. I already did. We're starting Part 2 right now.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Well, I think who do I think murdered the pack? I feel like Danica did.
Oh wait, maybe we did finish Part 2.
We're definitely into Part 2. Wait, what's Part 3 called?
The Canyon. Ominous.
I feel like it was Danica that murdered the pack, Mal. I don't know, or somebody in conspiracy with Danica.
But they're
not even dead.
Do we still think the Danica theory, or does that still feel too obvious?
Who do you think is ultimately responsible for this, or do you really think it's Sabine? I don't think it's Sabine that's ultimately responsible.
Not at all. They wouldn't say her name this early on in connection to it if she was the mastermind. What if it's her boss?
Jessica.
What if it's her boss?
We don't know enough about Jessica yet.
That's what I'm saying.
I really feel like there's going to be a new villain that we don't know about.
See, I low-key feel like her boss has something to do with this.
I don't think we know.
Bryce's boss.
I don't think we've met the character who's the bad guy yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you read the Drew Hayes series Super Weeds? Or what is it?
Superpowers.
Oh, there we go.
No, I have not.
You want to look it up?
Superpowers.
I'm trying to think of any other predictions I have, though.
We have not read it.
When will you guys be choosing the next book? So I guess that's a good question, is how much do we want to read for this next coming week?
Can we get through all the way to Part 4? Yeah, that's what, 30 chapters? That's what we read last time.
Yeah, I guess.
So let's get to chapter 67.
So 30 chapters.
Let's get through to the ravine.
Well, a lot of people said they read ahead too already, so I feel like that's a fair amount of time that we could do it.
Are we bothering you, Oliver?
To the ravine, and then we'll be done. So maybe within the next 3 weeks, we'll be able to do a new book, which would be kind of fun. to pick a new one, and we'll do like a little poll for you guys. Is he still?
Kelsey C says the villain has been introduced. So
I think it's Sabine. I really do. That's just something about her. We don't know enough about her. She's kind of fucking sketchy.
Sabine though is so also.
What do you think about the spider or the snake woman from the market
that we've met her? I don't know. I think she's kind of cool, but I don't think she's going to be super important.
I didn't know if you thought she was going to have like something important.
It could be the other archangel that we just met.
The woman one, who's like kind of scary.
A bad guy. I
don't think it's gonna be her.
I feel like it's Danica though.
I do too, but I also want to put a back burner on Danica just because it feels obvious. Now that we know about Sabine, it feels obvious.
What if it is Bryce? What if we have an unreliable narrator and it's
Remember
Bryce?
We said that like the first week? Do you remember week 1?
Yeah.
If it's Bryce, I'm
gonna start Skyward. That way I'm not reading ahead. Skyward,
really
very,
good.
very,
really good.
Very good.
I love Skyward. I am a Skyward stan.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. If it is Bryce.
It can't be Hunt, right? It can't be Mike Adamus.
Why can't it be Hunt? He wants to get out of all this.
But it has to be somebody who's capable of summoning a demon.
Hunt is so powerful.
Yeah, but he's got like the slave tattoos. He's like restricted.
But he could still be in on it and just not be the one summoning it.
And I don't think maybe the Autumn King, he seems like a dick, but I feel like
he just seems like a dick though. I don't think he's.
It can't be Rune. That would make no sense. Maybe it is. I don't know.
I would not like it if it was Rune. How about that?
Kelsey says, whenever a book is written in third person, I'm always skeptical. I feel it could be something to do with the main character, just because she's just, I don't know. Something about her rubs me the wrong way.
Bryce?
Yeah.
I really like Bryce.
I don't like Bryce.
I really like her. I like the internal monologue that she has going on. Of people seem to always misrepresent her and misunderstand her. And then in her mind, she knows that, allows people to think that about her. And then it's different.
Watch, it's going to be a total ass pull. It was Syrinx the whole time. The Chimera did it. I don't know, man. It's got to be Danica. Who else could it be? We already are learning all this new stuff about Danica, but we don't know anything about Jessica.
Oh, we only finished part 2. I mean, there's still 2 whole more parts. You know, you never know. I'm lost because I didn't read it, but now I'm intrigued about this book. It's really good. I would actually recommend it. I'm a fan.
Yeah, you should. It's pretty good.
I read the book, and having people not know what happens makes me feel so bad because you're in for a wild ride.
Good. That's what I like.
That's
what I like in books. I like the wild ride.
I like being able to actually enjoy reading a book and be excited by it because I can get bored with books that are too tedious.
Do you?
So it's good to, you know that. So it's good to know that
I can push through pretty much anything.
I get so bored. I've read the book. Oh, wait. Personally, I really like Rune. He just seems like a genuine person.
Yeah, I like Rune. And
I don't trust
he seems
him.
like an authentic.
But I don't think he's the bad guy.
It's just something. I love the fact that he's so old and he's still in an angsty, rebellious phase. I don't know why. That's such a funny concept to me.
Bryce and Danica's friendship is the backbone of the book, though. So that would be awful if it was her.
That's why I feel like it is.
But here's the other thing, too, with
or
Bryce
maybe
and Danica.
It is the human. The human guy, the rich dude.
That's the guy from the beginning.
Yeah, maybe it is him.
But the reason I'm skeptical about Danica as well is because of the way Bryce talked about her and put her on such a pedestal. And the way do you know how she keeps flashing back to what happened? There was some crazy accident that they were involved in, and it really cemented their friendship. And
where
you know
she said the "I love you" thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That whole thing just seems kind of sus too, and I don't know all the details to that yet, but it seems like that's kind of sus. I don't know. It has some good twists later. I want to clarify it's a great journey. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back into reading it.
I am too. I'm glad we can finally.
I bought a new book on Audible and I haven't even started it yet.
Okay.
I just felt like saying that. I don't know.
I'm excited though. So we're reading all the way up through. I want to end a little bit early today just because I have to finish. I have a video going up at 6
For the main channel,
that wasn't
Smoky Glow.
but it wasn't. The reason I want to end early is because it wasn't done processing before we started this, so I wasn't able to set a thumbnail for it yet. So I wanted to end a little bit early, so I have time to set a thumbnail before it goes live in like
look
20
what
minutes.
I bought.
Babe, you don't need to. Only buying the essentials you can see. They don't want to hear you play it. I don't think. I
can't play it anyways, but I'm gonna learn.
What is that from?
It's Legend of Zelda. It's the Ocarina.
I don't play Legend of Zelda.
Oh no.
I can't. Well, I can't.
I want to learn to play it. What's the video that you got going up, Hannah?
Oh, it's a declutter. It's an eyeshadow palette declutter.
Mm-hmm. I should be in your declutter
A talented
series.
king.
Thank you, Kelsey. Somebody appreciates it.
You played me. You bought, what's the other instrument you bought?
An automaton.
It's this crazy thing, but he played for me what it sounds like. Maybe we'll play it on the bookcast or something, because it's actually hysterical. Like, I'm gonna hate him having it because you're gonna be so loud all the time.
I more got that because once you get back to school, if we get back to school, my kids will get a kick out of it.
Maybe it'll entice them to come to the Zoom classes.
How many books are there in the series? I believe there's
This is the
3.
first one, though. The other 2 aren't out yet.
Are they?
They're not out. This is like a new book. Remember, because we looked up new books on like the New York Times bestsellers?
Yeah, there's got to be 3, but they're not. None of them are out yet.
Yeah, this is the first one. I love those instruments. That's so funny.
Planned trilogy.
All right. So we're reading up to part 4.
Yeah, so through chapter 67.
Is that the number? Yep, 67.
So stop at chapter 68.
When you hear the ravine, stop. Unless you want to keep going and then keep going.
What was the last one called? The last part?
The canyon.
The pit, right?
So I think they're going to be traveling in these next 2 ones.
The trench.
The canyon.
The
ravine. We're getting deeper.
And is the last.
And then that's the last one is the ravine.
Interesting.
That is interesting that they're getting like deeper into something. That seems symbolic of something.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Wait. Okay. All right. So I think we're going to sign off, right? You good with that?
Yeah.
So I have a few minutes to set that thumbnail.
Yep. I got more World of Warcraft to play.
But this was fun. Let's do it again. Next Saturday at 5, and we won't forget. And if we do forget, tweet at us. We'll tweet at me, and then I'll try to remember. You want to say hi?
Wants to say hi.
Come here, buddy. He did so good this whole time. Thank you guys. If anybody left comments about Oliver and like gave advice.
He just woke up. He was sleeping on his bed all by himself.
Hi, Stinky.
He's been doing a lot better with the being alone, or just not even being alone because we're 2 feet away from him, but not being the center of attention.
He even independently played. We got him a new bed. He like independently played on the bed. He looks so like chunky when you put him on camera.
He is chunky
because his neck. He has like all this flab on his neck.
Sorry, pal.
Are you okay? He is like.
He is chunky. Look at him. He's sleepy. He just woke up.
He has all this like flab on his neck, so he gets like severe triple chin when he looks straight on. It's so cute. Boy. Look, there's people.
Yeah.
He has no idea. He's like, what? Oliver is adorable. Thank you. We love him. All right.
It's also his dinner time, which is why he just woke up.
It's like, it's feed me.
He looks sad, doesn't he?
I think it's because he just woke up, so he's like out of it.
You okay, bud? You and your feelings?
He's like, when mom and dad won't play with me.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming, and thanks for everyone who's reading the book with us. This is really fun.
Yeah.
So, and there was more people here today than there's ever been before, which is really exciting.
Say bye.
I feel like we're building it up a little bit. So, all right. Bye.
Bye, everybody. And done.
Well, no, we're still live.